Pakistan has been one of the most prolific state sponsors of terror, aimed at advancing its national security interests. Over the course of the past 3 decades, Pakistan's army has built a complex network of relationships with numerous jihadist terror groups, including the Taliban. Recently, a 33-page dossier by the Indian Defence Ministry unmasked Pakistan's nefarious terror designs aimed to bleed India. The dossier details how the Pakistani establishment, including its army, carries out infiltration bids across the borders. It also points to how the Hindus, a minority in Pakistan, are being butchered. Take a look. India for decades have been facing the brunt of Pakistan's state-sponsored cross-border terrorism. There exists a well-established nexus between Pakistan's civilian government, military, inter-services intelligence and the numerous terrorist groups trained and armed in the country. The role of Pakistan is well established in the numerous terror attacks carried out against India. Recently, a 33-page dossier by the Defence Ministry has unmasked Pakistan's nefarious terror designs aimed to bleed India. It has pointed out to how the Hindus, a minority in Pakistan, are being butchered. The file highlights the killing of policemen, teachers and migrant workers in Jammu and Kashmir by Pak-backed terrorists, who work as direct proxies of the forces in Islamabad, and exposes how Pakistan kills political workers and brainwashes the youth in Valley to join the terror ranks.
The 33-page dossier made by the Defence Ministry showing how Pakistan has been waging a proxy war against India in the last few decades, thereby causing immense death and destruction, is a step which is apt and appropriate. It comes at a time when Pakistan, in spite of staring at imminent bankruptcy, has still not been removed from the FATF grey list.
The file titled Terrorist Incidents Along the LOC and in the Hinterland lists and elaborates the attempts made by Pakistani terrorists to cross over into India between 2020 to 2021. The comprehensive report also shows the route taken by the terrorists each time across the various sectors along the international border and the arms and documents seized from them by the security forces. It also lists the number of terrorists killed by the security forces while trying to stop them. The final component of the report focuses on targeted killings in Kashmir. In recent years, particularly since Article 370, which granted Jammu and Kashmir special status, was repealed in 2019, Pakistan-backed terrorists have attacked people in the valley. The objective is to instill dread and uncertainty in the minds of regular residents who are easier to target, while simultaneously peddling a false narrative that things are not normal in the former state.
Pakistan has left no stone unturned to create mayhem in India, whether be it supporting the militancy in Jammu and Kashmir or militancy in Punjab. They, at the smallest opportunity, try to create mayhem in India and leave no stone unturned to bleed India. This dossier by the Defence Ministry will go a long way in apprising the international community of the terror acts that Pakistan employs as its state policy against India.
Several camps have also been established across Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir for training of the terrorists. Most of them are usually lured for monetary gains or brainwashed with fanatic ideologies. And now, the country is also facing the brunt of this measure as the Pakistan army has been on the target of the Pakistan Taliban. Countries with regressive thinking that are using terrorism as a political tool need to understand that terrorism is an equally big threat for them. But the real question is that will the Pakistan learn from these experiences and mend its way to ensure its own growth and success? Only time will tell.